What's going on? Thanks for checking this out. My name is Chad, and right now I want to talk to you. Yeah, you, right there. Thanks. Thanks for checking this out. Anyways, we're going to talk about this guy right here, the Tesla CyberTruck. I'm going to explain why I personally went ahead and put in my $100 deposit so I could get in line and be ready for when this thing is released in a few years. So, some of the main points. I've been wanting to go electric for several months now. I've pretty much known my next vehicle was going to be electric. For the last several months, my only option was thinking about this, the little Tesla Model 3. Now, the way I was going to build one is, since right now I drive a Toyota Tundra. It's a 2000 model, the very first year that Toyota made the Tundra truck. V8. I live in Southwest Oklahoma, and I grew up on a farm, so trucks are pretty much what I've known my whole life. So I like being up higher above the ground than cars sitting cruising down low. Just feels better to me being up, having a better vantage point. So I was thinking, if I get a car, I want to get something that my truck is not able to do. So we were going to go performance and red. I like red, and I like that white interior that they offer. It just looks very, very attractive. And add the self-driving option. So this was going to be looking at a $66,900 retail price car. So, I was getting prepped for that. Going into a few other things. My Tundra, like I said, 2000 model, got it in late 99. And I just this last weekend rolled 362,500 miles. So it has many, many miles and many years. It has finally started the last few years showing its age more. So about, seems like every 6 to 8 months now, I'm having to replace more parts, steering racks, bearing seals, I mean, it's getting to where it's more than just oil and filter and air filter changes on a regular basis. Now it's becoming parts that cost more. So usually anywhere from $400 to $800, about 6 to 8 months. And over the last 2 years, that's been becoming fairly consistent of a process. So it's time. It's reached closer to the end of its life. I need to dial it back as my daily driver and just have it for more or less a work truck if I need to do something that I don't want to get a newer, nicer vehicle, nasty and messed up on. So was planning to get the car, use that as my daily driver, and the all summer the rumors about this CyberTruck, Elon had been tweeting them out and talking about some of the changes that, some of the features that he was going to try to incorporate, and they all sounded very interesting. And I decided that I would wait until the actual unveiling, see if I liked the truck, if it was going to be priced way, way, way out of my budget, or is it something that I could actually consider. So, went through the unveiling event, saw the whole thing live. I mean, everybody's seen that by now. You know what happened. So, towards the end, I mean, I was excited about a lot of things, but at the very end, when they rolled the ATV out and the Tesla employee hit the button, that cover rolls back into behind the cabin area, and then they open the tailgate, pull out a ramp, that sold me right there. That was the coolest thing I've seen on a vehicle in a long, long time. So once I saw that, I started seriously thinking about it. I went, Thursday night, Friday, I was telling everybody about it at work. Saturday, I was thinking about it, kind of got myself hyped up. Saturday, if I still like this, I might go ahead and put a deposit on. Gave myself one more night to think about it. Over Sunday, I talked to a couple more people at my local comic shop over in Lawton, and I decided I would do it. So what you're about to see is me actually making my CyberTruck order. So here's that. You can see I got way too excited and I freaked out. So nothing wrong with a little freak out, but it happened. So here's that. Go ahead and check it out, and then I will come back give you a few other final little thoughts. Alright, so just so you can see, I am going to jump myself back up larger because I don't want to give away any actual personal information. So, like I was saying, for what I need to do, tri-motor sounds awesome, would love to have it. I can't justify it for myself right now. Dual motor, 300-mile range, that should get the majority of the trips that I have been watching the actual mileage on for the past 6 months, planning on getting a Model 3 if I didn't like how the truck turned out. So I'm a fan. I'm going to try to make my Tundra last and see if I can wait for these to be shipped. So dual motor, it'll give me the mileage that I need, plenty fast, hauls more than I will probably need. So spec enough that I will be very happy with this machine, I believe. Self-driving, I believe in this. I go with the full self-driving option. So I'm going to start filling in my information right now, and we'll see how this turns out. So that is my name, that is my last name, that is my email. Getting excited and can't type properly. Guess we need to give them our phone number. Okay, so here we go. Alright, and as you can see up there, I am scrolling down. The scrolling is only available once you select order now. It gives you the input fields for your basic information, name, phone, email, and then your payment information. At this point it's down to place order. So let's see if we can't. Nope. I was gonna see if we could maybe scroll up far enough that you can see me hit the place order button. But I'm not gonna go that far. So, sorry, it's exciting for me. So, here we go. We're jumping in right now. Place order. Hope I did it. Ha! Ha! Alright guys, I'm in line. Let's make this happen. As you can see, I was very excited about this. So next I want to tell you a few things that I'm kind of considering in the meantime. So, you know, like I was saying, the utility functions to me of this made-in tonneau cover with a bed that can, or a tailgate that can be used as a loading ramp with the air suspension. Those are just great features for me and what I actually use my vehicle for. The majority of my driving is on the highway, some here and there, but most of the time it's just taking me and a bunch of my stuff from my house to where I'm going. And those features are just, they're solid. That's what sold me on this whole thing. It's features and the price. That $49.9, adding full self-driving, I really believe in that. And here's why I personally want full self-driving. My trips to Lawton, they're about a 45-50 minute drive, and I do it every Sunday. Sometimes I do it Sunday and then on Monday. And it's an almost straight shot road. It gets so boring. I used to get, you know, kind of heavy-eyed driving back home. Lately, on the way over to Lawton, get a few miles out of town, and I'm already getting to the eyes closing, and I'm trying to stay awake, but I'll just zone out and drift over, hit those bumps, and they jerk me back awake. And then I'll zip over again and hit the bumps, jerk back awake. So, I don't want to say I'm sleeping while I'm driving, but I am closing my eyes more often than I feel comfortable. I have no idea how I've gotten so lucky. If it wasn't for those bumps on the side of the road, I would be swerved over and in a ditch or smashed in. It's getting to the point that it is scary. And it's just so boring. There's nothing that can really keep me awake. I do everything I can think of to try and stay awake, but it is just so boring. So, the full self-driving, I want it to be able to stay in its lane, pass other cars, get back into its lane. I want it to handle that part, so if I do close my eyes, it will, keep driving in the lane and not hurt anybody else. I believe what they say about, if your hands fall off, it's going to alert you, and if you don't take back control of the steering wheel, it's going to slow down, pull over, and wait for you to become aware again and take back over control of the vehicle. So for me, and what I've been noticing personally over the last couple of years, really, it would help me out a lot. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Another thing, features, like I'm saying, features are king on this vehicle for me personally. The front trunk, having storage space there, awesome. That whole rear vault area, closed, lights inside, you got power, you got the sail storage, the storage inside the bed, underneath. I mean, there's so many great places to hide stuff. I love storage. It's great. So I'm super pumped on this. Another thing that I want to bring up is what they are calling that adaptive air suspension. So I really want to get more of an answer. I think when Elon talked about what happened with that F-350, the off-center, the tailgate dented and they couldn't get it open, I think he kind of answered what I was thinking about. So around here we have some in our residential areas, some of the roads, the drainage ditches are just almost a V. So you're driving along and you dunk down into a hole, boom, back up out of a hole. I've seen cars that are low cars. They skid going in and they skid coming back up. So what I'm hoping is there will be a way for the autopilot cameras that are built into the vehicle to read the road ahead of me and see that I'm coming up to a dip and raise the truck up automatically. So now we got enough clearance, we can go through that. The cameras look ahead, they see that it's clear sailing from here, they can go ahead and lower that suspension back down so we can maximize the range. If the truck can do that automatically, I would be oh so happy. I mean, even if you just have to control it from the screen, I'm sure that's not going to be a big deal. But if it would do it automatically just by those cameras reading the road that's in front of it, oh, that would be so cool. Lower down, driving, keep the range maxed out, see that we're coming up to a bad area, and whoop, raises up. You got enough clearance, get over the obstacle, down through the ditch and up, and then lower back down, keep on cruising. That would be awesome. I'm just saying. Another thing, if they come out with a red, I'm going for the red. If not, I'll at least get the matte black that they were talking about. Also plan on probably wrapping it, and we'll see what happens there. And the solar option. The solar option, I could almost do probably 80% of my driving just with that solar option, charging during the day while I'm at work. How cool is that? An electric vehicle that I might hardly ever have to plug into. So I'm definitely doing the solar option. We'll see what else is available when we get closer to the final configuration time and I set my final order in. Red would be awesome though. Come on, make it happen, dude. Another thing, reading my notes. I scribble notes. I love to write. just so I can get this out there, this is my very first Tesla experience. So I have noticed a lot of the first people in line, they were people that already owned several Teslas, and this is just adding into their current, their current cars. This will be my very first one. So what I'm interested in finding out about is how is this all going to work from start to finish. I made my order, put my deposit down, and I have my place in line. I want to, document some of these different steps here. So if anybody's out there thinking about doing this, you got any questions, drop them down there below. I will answer them as best as I can. With this being my very first purchase from Tesla, all I have is a little account page that says my reservation number for that thing right there. Haha, that Cybertruck. That is going to be so cool. But as of right now, all I have is a reservation number to get this when it comes out. That just looks cool. Every time it goes behind me, that's just awesome. The interior looks great. It's the way my Tundra is. You got kind of a bench up front. You can fold the middle piece down. Gives me more storage right next to me in my little cockpit area. And then if I need to haul more people, whoop, fold it up, plop a person down, you're set. This will be so perfect for me. You have no idea. Anybody that knows me for a while, you know how my truck is, and this is just almost made for me. It's wonderful. Back to what I was saying though, my mind runs around. You know what I'm saying? Jumps all over the place. So if I didn't write it down, I would just be all over all of these. So back to the list. So I have no idea what to expect. If any of you don't have any idea of what to expect, but you want to, get the opinion of somebody that is maybe a little further along down the road, feel free to drop me a comment. I will tell you what's happening. I think it's going to be a lot more important once we get closer to the final configuration time. What I would like to see is, get the email from them. Hey, it's time to configure and finalize your Cybertruck order, and then we can go through that. I can document all that for anybody that might be interested in it, and we'll see what happens. I'm so excited. You have no. I am so excited about this. I cannot wait 2 more years. So right now we just got to get the Tundra, keep doing the little bits of maintenance on it that it needs, and make it last 2 more years. If for some reason it falls apart, I'm going to go back to the car idea, get that, drive it for a few years, and either keep it, or if the robotaxi idea actually gets along further before this truck is released, then I can just rent that out and use it as a robotaxi, whatever. It's a little car. I'm not so into cars, except for my old Cadillac. Obviously, I like the Cadillac, so we'll try to get that thing up and going over this next year also, but completely different video. Skip that. So, another cool thing about the storage on this, I am a motorcycle parts manager. So what would be awesome is if the autonomy and self-driving is further along by the time this truck is released and I actually have it. It would be so cool to get customers' parts, take their orders over the phone. Hey dude, yeah man, I can get that right over to you actually. Go outside, plop an order in the front, front trunk. I'm pumped. I can't wait to get one of those. Put one guy's order in the front, put another guy's order in the vault. It can be big stuff. We got room, yo. Put another guy's order like in the back seat, put another person's order in the front seat. And I can drive that car from my work to customers, deliver their parts, and they just go outside, take them out, pay me over the phone with a credit card. Hey man, we got you covered. That would be so cool. So thinking down the line, but that's something I want to use this vehicle for also. Trying to go through the last things in my head. So yeah, we're going to make the Tundra last. My prediction, and what I really hope happens since my truck is getting old, what has happened with the Model Y being announced that it would go into production late 2020. Now they just said it's going to go into production, mid-summer-ish of 2020. And there's been all these rumors going around the last few weeks about parts orders getting built up from the suppliers, all these sightings around in different configurations. Most people are thinking there might be some by the end of this year delivered, or at least, in the early part of first quarter in 2020. So that is anywhere from 6 to 10, 12 months ahead of the initial announced production time. So if they actually could keep that, I might only need to wait 1.5 years. We'll see. I'm good to wait either way. I would obviously like it early as possible, since my current vehicle is getting much less dependable now, but we'll just wait and see what happens. So that's my prediction. I'm going to hope it gets here earlier and I can enjoy it and start getting the life out of it that I would like to have. I mean, it's going to be so cool. I think this truck can actually last me maybe the next 25, 30. It may be the last truck that I have to buy. That would be impressive. That would just be awesome. Like, rock the world. It would be so cool if I never have to buy another vehicle, because this CyberTruck is that awesome. I think it could be. Don't you? Tell me about it. Oh yeah, it's that good. So we'll see how it all goes. Anybody has any questions about it, drop it in the comment down there, and I will do my best to answer them as well as I can. So I like to help people, and man, let's go through this whole experience together if you want. So there you have it, guys. I think that kind of gets the majority of my thoughts out there. So I will be making more videos about this as time goes along. If anybody wants to see how absolutely run down my Tundra is, it's not that bad. It's showing its age. So anybody has any questions, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you are thinking. If you like this video, thumb it up. If you think I could do better at it, thumb it down. I will work on that. I promise. I really enjoy making videos, actually, and I'm just getting back into doing this. So, hey, let's go. So, thumbs up. This was very good. Or, better than just terrible. Or, bleh, that was not so good. Give me the thumbs down. I'll need to know, so I can make adjustments. Keep going in this direction, or stop and shift gears, go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So let me know. Comments, thumbs, one way. I want more of these, but truth. We gotta get the truth, yo. One way or the other. Let me know. And thank you very much. If you watched the first version of this, the audio was absolutely terrible. Thank you for watching that and coming back and watching this one again. And I really appreciate any time that you spent watching this little video that I made about my first thoughts and why I went ahead and threw my money down, getting number, somewhere in the 200,000 range, 200 to 210. I think I'll be in that range so far as reservation numbers. We'll see. We're going to find out in a few years. So let's see how this all plays out. Dual motor, all-wheel drive, plus full self-driving, coming to this guy right here. Thank you again. Bye.